G'day folks, Ben from Snowy's. Today taking you for a walkthrough of the 23Zero Saber Max rooftop tent.
Hit it.
The Saber Max features an X frame to create more foot space inside the rooftop tent. It's got deep dish aluminium extrusions for extra space for storage of bedding, LST fabric and all-weather canopy and roof bars for your solar panel. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe below. Now let's jump into the product. We are down here at the Sydney National 4x4 and Outdoor Show on the 23Zero stand. The show's kicked off. There's people rolling in. Bit of noise in the background, but we want to take you for a walkthrough at the Saber Max rooftop tent here. Now the Saber series and 23Zero's range is expanded out to sort of feature all sorts of models. This one's pretty cool. It offers heaps of space for storage of bedding and heaps of sleeping space inside. Now it weighs 89 kilos just for the tent, extra 5 kilos for the roof racks that go on the top and an extra 5 kilos for the ladder as well that you can see on the end there. Packed up, it measures 215 centimeters in length and 140 centimeters in width and is 19 centimeters in height plus about an extra 3 or 4 centimeters for the roof racks on top. And when it's set up like this from the base here to the very top, it's about 150 centimeters. This construction here on the sides are a custom aluminium extrusion that 23Zero have created. It's a big L shape and it creates this big dish inside here that gives the bedding, so this is a 6.5 centimeter mat that sits right down inside there, heaps of room for the bedding, and you've got the same thing on top, so there's heaps of room for your bedding and stuff on top of the mattress here, 2 chunky sleeping bags and pillows. Now before I go into the overall features, I want to talk a little bit more about the aluminium extrusions that 23Zero have created for these tents. They're all polished off really nicely, so the corners and everything here are finished. The branding on the top section, which we'll show you shortly, looks really nice. So these feature mounts for your ladder, but also for an awning bracket, which will be available soon. But you've got channels here and here for larger nuts for mounting of accessories. You've also got a channel on the very bottom here, and in between that you've got a sail track that runs here and here so that you can mount like this included boot bag. This comes with the rooftop tent. You can mount this in the middle section here if you like, to hang it off there wherever you like, or you've got the lower section here that you can mount it in, hang it off the side. This is all the way around the tent, so you can hang this boot bag wherever you like. And it also comes with clips. Just got this caught on the rail here, so you can actually mount it on the ladder mount here too, if you like. So clip that on there, and you can just hang it on the ladder mount. This is quite a well-featured boot bag, large space inside. It's got a mesh bottom on it, so if you've got wet stuff in there, it's going to drip out. And then you've got some accessory pockets on the front there as well. And this sits over the top to make it reasonably weatherproof too when it's sitting outside the tent, so a great storage option. Onto the materials, as I mentioned, aluminium extrusions on the bottom and across the top here. So you've got extra rails, sail track and extra rails, and this aluminium extrusion on the top here, and roof rails. We'll show you a bit more on those as we go around the corner. This is a 300 GSM polyoxide synthetic with a rip stop in it. Nice durable feeling synthetic material that balances durability and weight. And on the underside of that is an LST or light suppressing technology coating that stops the light from going through the fabric so it stays nice and dark and a little bit cooler inside. 3 doorways all feature a mesh and a solid panel on the doorways with a solid panel on the inside. Nice durable mesh that's both fine and durable, so it's going to keep the insects out while giving you plenty of life. Onto the general features of the tent. As I mentioned, doorway on this side and the awning that comes back down right over the doorway here on this side. The main difference with the Saber X being this is the X feature. So this is different from their light pour version of the tent, which pivots right down to the base here. This now lifts this section up further, giving you extra foot space at the foot end of the tent here, and also allows for an extra vent. So you've now got vent at the foot end of the tent. Condensation inside a rooftop tent can be an issue. Ventilation is the one way to overcome that. Above that, we can see 23Zero, once again, attention to detail, custom corners on the extrusions here. This is a heavy duty, I don't know what it's made of, but it feels nice and durable with their own branding on it. And above that, aluminium panels, aluminium branding at the top, and these roof rails here. Now these will carry about 20 kilos, perfect for solar panels or lightweight things like surfboards. They've got channels in them as well, so you can actually use them to mount on the top and also on the sides there if you like. So just an extra accessory that you can add things or customize your setup. To the back of the tent, the hinges here, which are all for pack up, and the latches at the bottom, that mesh vent, as I mentioned, which has got an internally adjustable panel. Further around to the other side, same as what we saw on the original side. I didn't mention the quality German gas struts that are here. Another door awning that sits right over the door. You've got your X-frame extrusions, same extrusions and accessory mounting points on each side. To the entrance side of the tent, you've got this awning that comes out over the front of the tent here. This has got a zipper on here, so you can attach an optional annex, which will be available soon, to the front of this to create a really weather protected space. You've got your ladder here. This ladder will pack up inside the tent. It's actually recommended you just put it inside the car because you need it for setup anyway. You get an included bag to pack this up in. Ladder mounts here, and you've got the same ladder mounts on each side as well. Each side of that, these are the latches for closing it up for storage, so they'll latch to the latch on the lid to secure it down closed. We're covered off on the features on the outside, so having a look on the inside of the rooftop tent here. Starting at the front, at the very top here, a vent. This works with that vent at the foot end that we'll get to shortly. You can secure it with these toggles here. Leaving that open allows high level ventilation in the tent to reduce condensation. Moving forward to that, the actual feel of this is a nice velour finish. They could just not do anything here, but they've given it a nice sort of soft, it's a firm finish, but it's got a nice soft sort of feel to it on the outside. So a bit of a noise suppression as well. And attached over the top of that is a removable storage pocket. So you've got a media pocket here and then 5 other storage pockets. This just sort of suspends here to keep essentials at hand. Each side of that, you've got a Velcro strip. On this side here, we've actually got the light already attached on here, but this light can be removed from this Velcro strip. You get 2 lights included, but you also get a Velcro strip at the end here, and then a Velcro strip up above where you're standing at the moment. So you can attach it on either side, one side, both sides, however you like. You've got options there for setup. Moving forward from that, 2 storage pockets, one here and one on the other side, just for a few more essentials to keep at hand. And then you've got that foot end vent here, so we can close this up if we like, but once again, probably a really good idea to leave it open because the more ventilation you've got, the better inside a rooftop tent. And then to the left of that, down in this corner, you've actually got a little power access point. Now this has got a cigarette port and a USB port here with USB-C and USB-A. Now we can attach the lights if we like. I've currently got this attached to a power bank here. We can just plug that into the corner there if we like, or use a power bank like I've done here, and then use your button to adjust it. It's going to be a different button to what you see here. This is a prototype at the moment, but you've got power options inside the tent. Anderson plug on the bottom of where those ports are in the corner there, so you can plug your 12 volts straight into your rooftop tent when you pull up, leave it attached if you like, because Anderson's fine to be plugged in outside, and you've got power immediately inside the rooftop tent. Now, space inside the tent, it's about 130 centimeters or 135 centimeters at this end here. Whatever the case, it's heaps of headspace here, and that tapers down to about 33 centimeters at the foot end there. Because of that X-frame, it gives us that extra lift at the ends. The mat itself is 195 centimeters, but you've got a little bit of extra space inside over the top of that because it sort of extends out a little bit past the mat at the end there, and 120 centimeters in width. So a good amount of space for you and your partner, heaps of space for an individual. If I lie down in here now, I'm 185 centimeters. My head at the end here, which is going to be sort of just inside where the wall is, and I've got heaps and heaps of foot space here. I can lift my foot right up before I even touch the top there. I can scooch down a little bit more and I've still got room. So that X frame there at the end gives you heaps and heaps of foot space inside the Saber X rooftop tent. It's a velour finish. It's a really nice finish on top of this, and it's a 65mm mat with an anti-condensation mat underneath. So this reduces the instance that condensation will get into your mat. And then this is just a rebound foam mat, which feels really comfortable lying on this now. I'm not bottoming out, I feel pretty comfortable. If I sit straight up, I can kind of feel the bottom. It's not hard because the foam's still nice and soft, but when I lay down and even my weight across all of it, it feels really comfortable. That is 23Zero's Saber Max rooftop tent. A great option if you want a rooftop tent to store heaps of bedding inside and you really want extra room for your feet down this end of the tent. This lifts up and gives you that extra space. Awesome roomy tent, and they look really schmick on top of your car. Check them out online at snowies.com.au.